to, like I do. This point of view is something new. I know.
Hi y'all. So I'm coming here today to discuss something that happened that is very irritating, and it seems like I'm not getting any kind of resolution. And when I did some more research, it turns out I'm not the only one. Um, I'll just jump right into it. So we're in the process of trying to potentially move. So we're trying to look at different properties in different areas, trying to narrow down where we want to live, find stuff in our price range, to prepare to apply for a property once we find something that we like. We were using a company called Rently. I don't know if you've heard of that. I mean, it's a pretty known company, so I would imagine you probably have heard of it. Basically, if you know what it is it's an app that you go on to look up properties that are in your area that's available to rent, and you can go on there, you can set up an account, and you can schedule a self tour so you can go into the house to see the property yourself without needing an agent. Very convenient. You can do it on your own time, doing when you are available to do it. However, this time we're trying to use Rently, it has been a complete pain in my ass, okay? I have had Rently for years, never had a problem. Matter of fact, the house that we're currently living in, we found it on Rently. We toured through Rently, applied, got the house, live here. So now we're thinking of moving to a different area, looking at more houses, and Rently, I don't know if they had some changes or something that's going on. But basically what happened was, I guess after so long, I guess your subscription expires or something like that. So you have to kind of log back into your account and re-sign up for a new subscription, whether it's unlimited houses or a certain amount of houses that you want to see. So this time around, because I knew we was going to be looking at a lot of houses, I signed up for the unlimited plan, which you're supposed to be able to tour houses unlimited, whenever you want. And I believe it was $4.99 if I'm not mistaken. Not a big deal. So I signed up for that. The weekend before last, on the Saturday, we went out, we toured some properties. Everything was fine, everything worked. I think there was one house that we was not able to get into because the lockbox didn't work or whatever. Fine, whatever. We just left, and I reported it in the app that we was not able to get into the property. We moved on to the next property. This past Saturday, we went to view some homes like we did the Saturday before, and everything was going fine. There was a couple houses where, because some of the houses have where you could use the Bluetooth feature within the app to unlock the door. There was like 2 houses that did not work, so I had to select the back button to go back to select to manually receive a code to put in to the door. Fine, those worked. We were able to get in the house. Everything went fine. So we got down to the last house that we were able to view. After looking at several houses that day, majority of them was definitely not going to work because they were just not in the condition that we would like them to be in for us to want to be interested in moving. Plus the neighborhoods didn't look like somewhere we would want to really live. But this is what this is for, so we can get an idea of neighborhoods and get an idea of what the houses look like within certain price ranges, right? So this last house we went in, it was in a good area. The house was actually nice, but when it was time to leave the property, the door was having problems. It wouldn't lock. So typically what you do when you're done, you'll go into apps and tour is done, and then you go through whatever questions they ask you, and they tell you make sure you lock the door, close the door is supposed to lock. No problem. I always make sure the door is locked when we leave a property. I check the lock to make sure it locks. Everything is fine. For whatever reason, this one door would not lock. So I had to open the door, close the back. It sounded like it was locking, but it wasn't locking. And like the lock wasn't catching. So I was pressing the buttons on the keypad when I closed the door to try to get it to activate the locking mechanism again to lock. It still didn't lock. So finally what I did after I had opened and closed the door about 3 or 4 times, I finally just opened the door and stood there and let it stay open for like 30 seconds. When I did that, it activated the locking mechanism. However, it didn't catch. So I'm like, okay, so I get what's going on. So I opened the door again and I waited about 30 seconds. Again, this time I closed the door, but I pulled it to me so that way it can, you know, be lined up with the lock so it can catch. And I held it while it locked, and it was able to catch, and it locked the door. I checked the door, it locked, everything's good. We move on to the next property that we were trying to view for the day. Get to the property, and all of a sudden it's saying, oh, sorry, you can't view this property, your account is paused. It didn't say that exactly. It basically just saying something. It said self-tour fail, something. It was like an error message basically telling me to contact support. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. In the back of my mind, I knew we had looked at several homes and didn't apply to any. So I know they probably was like, okay, they looking at a lot of houses. Let's make sure this is legitimate. Cool, we can clear that up. So I called them thinking it's just going to be a quick little phone call, conversation, explain to them what's going on, what we're doing, account is fine, and we continue on with our day and my account, right? No. They tell me that the verification, the system automatically paused the account for some type of security verification or something, and that I have to email a security team. So I'm like, okay, I'm already annoyed, but I was nice, didn't give no attitude, didn't do any of that. I said, okay, cool. They sent me the link with the email address. I emailed them, got the email back saying that it will take 24 to 78 hours, or was it 48 to 72 hours, something like that, for them to respond to resolve the issue. Still a little irritated because now we have to, you know, be done for the day and go home, and we can't look at any more houses until whatever the problem is resolved. Fine, whatever. 72 hours, cool, I'll wait. We're probably not gonna look at no more houses until the next weekend anyway, so that's fine. We was literally down to our last couple properties, so it was irritating, but wasn't gonna make a big fuss about it. I figured, okay, they're just doing their job, I'm gonna be cool. 72 hour comes and goes. No response, no answers. So I waited. The next day after 72 hours passed, I contacted customer service again to explain, like, hey, I emailed the security team like you asked me to. I didn't get a response, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with the account. We would like to continue viewing properties. We will be moving soon, and we need to find somewhere to stay. And this is a major inconvenience because we can't do the tours. We can't see houses. Still, again, being nice or whatever. He said, okay, and mind you, I didn't ask for this. He said, okay, well, I do apologize for the inconvenience. I see, yes, it has been over 72 hours since you sent the email, because I see the case here. Because apparently when you send an email, it creates a case or whatever. So they're able to see that. And he said, so what we'll do, because it's the inconvenience, we'll go ahead and refund you for the $4.99, I believe it was, for the tours. And then I'll send a message over, an urgent request, so that they can, you know, work on your case and get back to you within 24 hours, no more than 24 hours. Okay, cool. Whatever, because by this time, I think it's Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, we still got a couple days before the weekend, so not gonna make a fuss about it. Another 24 hours, cool. So 24 hours comes, it goes. I still don't have a response, right? So I'm like, okay, I call customer service again. They're telling me that the only people that can answer or find out or let me know what's going on or unpause the account is the security team. Send another message. Okay, fine. So I didn't send a message. I sent like three messages, because at this point we're well over 72 hours. I don't have a response. Again, I sent about 3 messages. They were not rude. They were not nasty. I literally sent the message just saying, hey, what is the problem? We would like to tour houses. We're planning on moving soon. This is a major inconvenience. Please unpause my account so we can continue looking at houses. I kid you not. Within like a minute of me sending those 3 emails, I get a generic message back basically saying, we apologize for the inconvenience or something like that, but we cannot unpause your account due to violation of 1 or 2 of our security protocols. What? Excuse me? So I emailed them back and say, hey, what security protocol? What is the reason? What was the violation? Because we ain't do nothing. We ain't do nothing but look at the houses. We made sure the doors were locked. We ain't trashed the properties. We wasn't doing nothing we wasn't supposed to be doing, but looking at the damn house, making sure the door's locked, moving on to the next property. What did I violate? Not to mention I've had this account for years, never had a problem until now. What's the problem? Was it the door? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I could explain to you with the door. You could send somebody out to look at the property. Nothing was wrong with the damn door. That's the only thing I can think of, considering that literally after we got done with that property, try to go to the next property, my account is paused. So me putting 2 and 2 together makes me think it has something to do with that. I could be wrong. I don't know. So I sent the email basically saying what is the issue, what is the violation, need more information. They sent another generic email saying at this time we're unable to disclose the violation due to high security risks, and we're unable to assist with this account any further. Excuse me? And that's literally the last response I got. No other responses. I go upon myself. I start looking it up. Lo and behold, there are multiple websites with reviews like Google and I forgot the other name of the website, but anyway, Better Business Bureau. When I tell y'all, it's so many people on there writing reviews that had the same issue exactly, it's ridiculous. Same response I got, they got. Something is going on. They're pausing people's accounts for no reason. People who was actually interested in renting properties and trying to find a home or whatever, they're pausing people's accounts. Now, mind you, I get it. Yes, there are definitely people out there that are weird and crazy, that really are doing the wrong thing, probably taking advantage of the system and scamming and frauding people. I totally get it. I know about squatters, people that's using their little code box or whatever to steal money from other people. I've read the stories. I know. I completely get it. However, I'm not one of them people. I'm literally looking at houses so I can find one to rent. Not to mention, I've had my account for years. The house I currently live in, I found on Rently. You probably can see in the history that we toured this damn house that we live in. And I'm pretty sure there's plenty of other people that's regular people like myself that only wants to tour houses so they can find somewhere to live, that's using it for the right reasons, and you're pausing their accounts for no reason, not giving the explanation. And honestly, some of the Better Business Bureau comments are kind of rude. They're basically telling people that they can pause their account if they want to. They don't have to remove the pause, and they don't have to tell them the reason. And they'll give them a refund if they want. I think most people were getting their refunds back. I didn't think I seen anybody where they denied a refund. However, you're telling people that you can just pause the account and say that you cannot use our business anymore or whatever, and we don't have to give you an explanation or tell you what the violation is? Do they have to do it as a business? Probably not. They don't have to tell you the reason. However, from a moral standpoint, you should tell people what the hell they did wrong. Now, I understand if it's a true scammer or somebody that's out here really frauding people, then absolutely, yes, I wouldn't tell them what the hell you found that they did wrong, because then they'll try to get smarter and figure out how to work around it. But for the average person that's really not doing any of that, that's actually a normal person, a real person that's using the account for what it was intended for, I think we should know an explanation as to why you are basically indefinitely restricting my account when I did nothing wrong. Was it because I toured multiple properties in a short period of time? It's unlimited. That's what I paid for. That's what I thought I was supposed to do. I mean, if it was a problem, then maybe you should spell that out in the language when they're signing up for the unlimited plan. I mean, of course, that wouldn't make it unlimited, but companies do weirder shit. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the problem. I don't know. Was it the door? Well, obviously, if y'all were quick enough to pause my account so fast, then why my account was paused for them 72 hours? Y'all could have easily stopped other people from viewing the house. Went to the property, checked, and seen it was fine. Called me if you needed to. I would explain what was going on with the door. Problem would have been resolved. That's really the only other thing I could think of that we did was either we multiple properties or because of that door. That's it. We ain't do nothing else. And I know there's other people out there that has going through the same problem. Matter of fact, look, I'm gonna show you. On the Better Business Bureau, I'm gonna show you all of these comments and some of these other websites where you can see people are literally writing the same reviews, saying the same thing, literally, different people. Rently is pausing people accounts for no reason. And they're causing customers inconvenience and telling people like, oh, well, you got them reach out to the rental management company directly and schedule with them. Do you know how inconvenient that is? To see multiple properties and get them to come out and say, oh, I want to see this one, this one, this one, this one. What times do you have? You got to find the time that line up with their time. You got to meet them up. You got to do that. Be there at the same time they're there, so they can let you into the property. They got to do this for multiple properties. You know what I'm saying? If there's scheduling conflicts, that could be a problem because maybe they're already booked and busy for that day that you want to go because that's your free day. You know, it's just a problem. And then not to mention now you got to be there with a damn realtor breathing down your neck, you know, trying to pressure you to apply for a house that you may not want to apply to. The self-tour option is very convenient and it's easier for people such as me that likes to be independent and do things on my own and not be bothered. So y'all are inconveniencing people. Let me show you these reviews. Now, y'all see all these reviews. I ain't the only one having this problem. Clearly something is going on with Rently, and Rently is messing with people and making people's lives inconvenienced. And I highly urge and call on these rental companies to remove your business from Rently if this is how they're going to behave. I am urging you to please do your research. Look at some of these reviews. Listen to the people. They are inconveniencing potential customers for you guys and stopping people from viewing properties that they may potentially apply for. This is probably cutting out a lot of business for you, because someone like me, like I said, I've been looking at other properties that doesn't use Rently to see about setting up tours with them. You know what I'm saying? So you're potentially losing out on customers and clientele because Rently's being weird for whatever reason, and they won't tell you the reason why they pause your account or the violation. You know why they won't tell you what the reason is? Because there is no reason. Though you didn't violate nothing. If you're like me, truly, you probably really didn't even do nothing. That's why they won't tell you the reason, because there is not one to tell. So again, rental companies, please investigate. I highly advise, I highly suggest that you please remove your business from Rently. Find somebody else to handle your self-touring options, because Rently is not it. They are inconveniencing customers, and it's not a good look on Rently, and it's also kind of not a good look on y'all, because honestly, why do I want to associate myself with a company that associates with someone like Rently when they're doing stuff like this for no reason? Not giving explanations, probably not even investigating. Honestly, with those generic messages, it's almost like the employees are trained to just click a button and just send those two messages. Because even when you seen the reviews, you seen they were getting the same message I was getting, and that was it. That was it. No other explanation, no nothing. So this is what we're dealing with. I really feel like Rently, I feel like they definitely probably breaking some type of law. I don't know what law they breaking. This cannot be like legal for them to do. This is crazy, because they're basically telling your potential customers that they have to reach out to you guys directly and try to schedule with an agent to view property when we're capable of doing self-tours. That's crazy. So again, I'm calling on all rental companies that do business with Rently. Please review these reviews online. If you just Google Rently reviews, pages and pages and pages of reviews, especially on the Better Business Bureau website. It's insane. I'm pretty sure you probably had other former residents, current residents, potential residents complain to you about the same thing. I'm pretty sure y'all have heard this before. This can't be the first time with all the complaints that I saw, but I highly urge you really look into this and really look into moving your business to another company that's going to actually treat customers the way they should be treated. And that's it. I just had to share my experience with Rently and vent a little bit, because I am very irritated, because I'm still dealing with this, and honestly, I don't think they're gonna unpause my account. And if they don't, then I mean, we'll find another way to be able to tour properties and be able to find a home to live in. But I feel like this is just a major inconvenience, and it's for no reason, because I'm a regular normal person that's trying to view properties so I can find somewhere to live, and y'all are just making my life a living hell. So all right, y'all, I hope y'all have a great day, and if I get any updates on this, I will definitely come back and make another video and update y'all on anything. But as of right now, yeah, I'm not feeling Rently. So bye.